What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, we're going to be reviewing another episode of Chucky Season 2, the second episode of the season. It took me a while to get around to sitting down to review this one. I actually watched it when it aired, but it's currently like Tuesday, and I haven't reviewed it yet, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. So today, let's talk about the episode. This episode is called The Sinners Are Much More Fun. Long title. And let's go ahead and go to the synopsis of the episode. Chucky arrives at Incarnate Lord with a murderous agenda, a detective question, and to set up a synopsis, I guess, for the second plot line of the episode. A detective questions Tiffany about Nika. And this episode, because at first I didn't know where the season was going to go, but they seem to be doing something kind of interesting here. You get to see how the Devin, Jake, and Lexi are adapting to their new environment and everything. Like, obviously, they're not dealing with it very well. We get to meet a new character. I forgot what her name was, but actually, let me see. Is it here? I don't remember her name, but I do like her. I like her personality. She's bubbly and kind of goofy, and I think she's she brings a good bit to the cast, and it's gonna be a new character to kind of bounce off of the three that we already have. You get a little bit of Chucky antics here. A little interesting. You're trying to figure out what Chucky's plan is. He's like taking pictures and everything. He's not straight up trying to attack the kids this time around, which is weird because that's what he tried to do in the first episode. He tried to blow them up. Here he's not doing that. It's like really weird. Like he's trying to figure out what in the world is his plan, and that's what I was trying to figure out the whole episode. I was like, what is going on here? And it seems like obviously we're gonna get more of that later in the season. Figure out what the heck is Chucky's plan and why he's like not just straight up killing them. Even though it's really interesting to see like what's going on with this situation. Some of the new actors are really good. We got the played the dad, the twin dads, Jake's dad and Junior's dad, which were played by the same actor. He's also back to play a different character here, and he plays that character pretty well. And also it's just a fun. I think this episode does some alright stuff. When we get into the second half of the episode, I think it's a little more of the interesting stuff because we didn't really get anything with Tiffany and Nika in the last episode, but in this episode we get to see Nika, how Tiffany is kind of like keeping Nika like locked up and everything. Like how it's kind of crazy how that's going on, and we get to see like a little bit like Nika's kind of got like this like having like conversation with Chucky, like she still has like a part of Chucky in her, and like so it's kind of trying to figure out how they're gonna stop this or whatever. And the whole episode, Tiffany's talking about Glenn and Glenda, and like the episode winds up ending with them showing up, but like for some reason they don't want to show them, even though they're like in the trailer we see them. I don't know why they're not wanting to do that here. Like they're trying to be like, oh, you haven't seen these characters yet, but we saw them in the trailer. But the episode overall is a alright episode. I still think the first episode was a better episode. It was still the start, but also getting us back and reacquainted with these characters. And now in the second episode, we got to get reacquainted with what the story is going to be for this season, and also bringing in. I still think Andy's alive. There's no way they killed off Andy and Kyle. There's no way. There's no way they did that. I still am like, no way they did that. Overall, I guess I'd give there's no Rotten Tomatoes score for the episode, but if I can look at, there are 3 positive reviews from critics, looks like, so that's pretty good. Me personally, I think I would give this episode to say 3.5 out of 5. I think it's a good solid round for this episode. Not as good as the first episode, but it was a pretty decent episode for a continuation, and that's because obviously we haven't gotten to the meat of the season yet, so still trying to build up what's going on. So I hope you guys are excited. I know I am, to see what's going to be happening in the rest of the season. But what do you guys think is going to happen? What do you guys think of this episode? I'm very curious what you guys think. And that's really all I've got to say for this video. If you did enjoy this video, please let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!